Do you know what walking is? It's a silent rebellion against haste and hurry. Walking is a path to clarity and a journey where each step unfolds a deeper understanding of the self and the world around us. In our life that greatly relies on technology and constant busyness, walking is much more than mere movement and exercise. Today, we discuss this fascinating book, The Philosophy of Walking, written by the French philosopher Frédéric Gros. He makes an interesting observation. Once on his feet, a person does not stay where he is because walking is not a mere physical activity, but it is a profound act of freedom and self discovery. Walking offers a path to philosophical and spiritual clarity. Even a short stroll throws off the burden of cares, and with a longer excursion, the self liberation gains clarity. Even a short walk is disentanglement from the web of exchanges, which we think of as our reality. And in these moments of solitude, we get to have a detached view of our realities. For example, Henry David Thoreau walked in the woods around Walden Pond and saw walking as a means of connecting with nature. For him, walking was an act of rebellion against industrialization and a return to simplicity. The rediscovery of simple joys he equates with the freedom of renunciation. This creates a space for solitude, for introspection and self awareness. When we renounce, we find joy in everything around us. The intensity of the present moment is an experience of immense joy. Gross gives the example of Friedrich Nietzsche, who wrote, "Sit as little as possible and do not believe in any idea that was not born in the open air." Nietzsche often walked for hours in the Swiss Alps. He believed walking fueled his creative and philosophical thinking. He viewed walking as essential for mental clarity and inspiration. For Nietzsche, walking was a precondition to work. He said, "All truly great thoughts are conceived while walking." Walking reconnects us with the simplicity of existence. We are not doing it for some goal. In fact, walking is an end in itself. It doesn't seek productivity and frees us from the constant societal pressures and expectations. For Immanuel Kant, walking was not a distraction. He was born in Königsberg and died there. He never traveled and never left his native town. Known for his rigid routine, Kant took daily walks at the same time and along the same path in Königsberg, such that people could match their clock to the exact time when he walked by. His walks reflected discipline and regularity, aligning with his philosophical emphasis on structure and order. This book, A Philosophy of Walking, celebrates walking as a profound meditative act and helps individuals reclaim their autonomy, creativity, and connection to the world. Gross gives the example of Gandhi. His walking was a deliberate political act, exemplified by his Salt March, which combined physical endurance with a message of non-violent resistance. Gross emphasizes how Gandhi walks were a form of activism tied to a spiritual and moral philosophy. Walking immerses individuals in the natural world, fostering a deep connection with landscapes, seasons, and the rhythms of life. Rousseau was a passionate walker who found solace and inspiration in nature. He claimed he could compose his works while walking, as sitting made his thoughts stagnate. I am sure we all have our stories about walking, what we saw, what we thought. In fact, Rousseau wrote Reveries of the Solitary Walker while walking around Paris. Rousseau's book is a collection of 10 chapters or walks and documents his thoughts and observations during his walks. Whether it is a meditative stroll, a rebellious escape, or a spiritual journey, walking transforms both the mind and body. In a world obsessed with progress and results, Gross invites us to rediscover the joy of moving at our own pace, experiencing the world with fresh eyes, and finding wisdom in each step.